Well, hello everybody out there in Atlanta. It's Chris from MitchellLegacy.com with another exciting episode of My Talking Head. I haven't been on very much lately because I've been very busy doing other things, getting prepared. On Thursday, I'm going to be having a slight procedure that's going to kind of put me out for a week and a half, a little bit of a back procedure. Not like a true back procedure, but there's going to be some tinkering of the lower back portions. So I will be out for about a week and a half, and I just wanted to update you guys on that. I also wanted to update you guys. I know it's kind of in reverse here. I think it's going to be in reverse. The reason I am standing in front of this lovely poster here is because of I've gotten a couple questions over the past a couple of months from some people about my experience at Full Sail University. Yes, I am a Full Sail graduate. I do have an associate of science degree in film. This is from our thesis project that we did. It's called St. Gabriel's Inn. It's backwards, St. Gabriel's Inn, and which I was one of 3 directors on. But I've gotten some questions about the school, what it entails. Is it a good school? Is it worth it? Blah blah blah. The first thing I think I should mention to a lot of people out there, especially those who are looking to go to Full Sail for a film degree, is that's entirely up to you, especially when it comes to specifically talking about a film degree. You know, I mean, I don't currently work in the film industry. I work in the TV industry. I do work for one of the local news stations here in town. That's going to be entirely your call. I mean, you know, there's a lot of factors you probably have to think about if you're trying to mull over a decision to go to Full Sail. You know, one of which is the cost, which I'll get to in a minute. But any type of schooling, you know, with any kind of profession, you know, that one decides to go out in the industry, you know, experience is very key. I know a lot of people talk about that, you know, getting the degree versus the experience. In an industry like the entertainment industry, or, you know, stuff like that, like, you know, TV, film, music, games, or whatever, experience is key. Experience is a big part of, you know, learning your craft. It's not just about going to school, you know, and learning from a book, you know, film theory and things of that nature. There's a lot more involved in terms of where you go in your career later on. So again, it's an entirely up to you decision. You know, some people, there are lots of, you know, speaking specifically from film, there are a lot of, you know, great classic, you know, legendary filmmakers who never went to film school. Like, you know, you don't have to go to film school to become a filmmaker, and especially in today's day and age. In today's day and age, there's so many options to, you know, to shoot a film and get your film out there, and it's a little bit easier these days in terms of doing that. One of the, you know, the question I get asked a lot is about Full Sail itself, and is it worth it? Is Full Sail worth it? That again depends entirely on you. Full Sail it's extremely expensive, as I know a couple of you probably already know, and it's even more expensive. I graduated from Full Sail back in 2005 and got my film degree. Back in 2005, they didn't offer a bachelor's program in film. They didn't offer now I think they're going to offer a master's program in film. They didn't offer that. So I spent 15 months at Full Sail. I got my degree, and my tuition was about, I think it's almost $60,000. Just for an associate's degree. So it's expensive. It's an expensive school. So that's something that you really have to sort of, you know, figure out for yourself. You know, and I sound like a broken record, but going to school, you know, and again, I speak specifically from doing the film program. Attending and you know, paying all that money is, you know, I mean, is it worth it and whatever? That's going to depend on what you put into it. Full Sail, you know, is a, you know, they offer a lot of opportunities for you to do other things, to to network, to work on other projects and stuff. It's gonna entirely depend on how much effort you put into the school. Now, when I went back in 2005, I noticed that a lot of the people that I went to school with, not necessarily the people in my film program, but a lot of other people were there entirely on their parents' dime. I mean, like I said, Full Sail is a very expensive program. I kind of wondered if maybe like some of these people that were going there were just there because they had the money, and they wanted to, maybe some parents wanted to get their kids, out into the college world, but it's going to depend on how much you put into it, how much effort. If you go, you work hard. Every day you work on other projects, you collaborate with other people. It's gonna depend on your effort. Everyone's perception of price is different. I paid $65,000. I felt I got enough out of my money. Going to Full Sail. I know now they have there's a whole hell of a lot more stuff there now, especially in terms of the film department. Like when I went to go do the tour and stuff like that, trying to decide if I was going to go to Full Sail, they were talking about what they have now, the whole backlot and stuff like that. About putting that in or whatever, and it looks very, very well done. So, but I miss all that stuff. So, nowadays things are a little bit different. Now, when I also went, Full Sail was not. I didn't have to take math courses and literature courses and things of that nature. All that stuff was kind of integrated into whatever, specifically in the film program. Everything was kind of integrated into the study of film. So, like our English class our English class. Yes, there were no English classes. Was kind of our screenplay class, and our math class was a class about the internet and computers and about creating websites and stuff like that. So I mean, but nowadays I'm pretty sure that if you want to get the bachelor's or the master's, you have to go through and even the associates. I think you have to go through all that crazy math courses and English courses and stuff like that. One of the reasons why I picked Full Sail was because I didn't have to sit in a classroom being lectured about math. I hate math. I am not a math person at all, and I just did not want to sit into in a course of algebra or calculus or whatever. Like, I didn't want to do that. So it's one of the reasons why I picked Full Sail. I did attend a film school before I went to Full Sail in Miami, which had a lot of issues. I was supposed to be there for 3 years. Also, a school. I was in there for my bachelor's program, and I had to do like math, and I had to do. I remember one of the last classes I took there was an anthropology course, which was weird. But the reason I had to get out of it was because there was some nefarious activities going on behind the scenes with some of the deans of the school in terms of student money. So I made the choice to get out of there. I didn't have to pay my entire full 3 years of tuition. I only paid for a year. And then I kind of took a little bit off, and then I decided to go to Full Sail. And that's how I ended up in Orlando, actually, because I went to Full Sail. And we moved from South Florida up to Orlando. But yeah, that's about the best advice I can give you guys. I know, there's been a couple of people that have asked me over the past couple months about my tenure at Full Sail and stuff like that. And I mean, I had fun with it. I met a lot of really cool people going to Full Sail. I know that one of the biggest things that people ask about is the price and about its, what do you get out of it? Like, do you get enough out of it for the price? And that's going to depend entirely on how much effort you put in when you go. Full Sail offers it, but they don't necessarily force you to put in that effort. Now, another thing you should probably, I'm pretty sure this is still the case. In fact, I'm confident it's still the case. Full Sail is a 24-hour school. You could, because it is an accelerated program, So, you could be having classes or labs at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then, have to get up and go, back to, you could have a lab, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then have to go to a lecture at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We did have, or at least I had, a couple of Saturday classes, so keep that in mind if you're trying to decide whether to go or not. I had fun. This is, I love this thing. This poster, for me, being able to have a poster of a film that I did or whatever is pretty cool. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible student film. But it was fun. I had fun working on it. There was, it was a very eye-opening experience in terms of the filmmaking process. We did make, when I was there, we made three films in my program. There was a digital cinematography course, a class which is kind of like your first introduction to the whole process, and then you do a 16 millimeter, or at least we did a 16 millimeter course. We shot a 16 millimeter film at the end, and then we did our 35, which is was our thesis film, if you want to call it that. But yeah, guys, so that's it. I just wanted to, it's been bugging me, and I know some people have been asking, so those are kind of my thoughts on the whole matter. I had a good time at Full Sail. I wouldn't say that, and I'm not being paid by Full Sail. If anything, Full Sail has failed. The one part of Full Sail that I did not enjoy was the after graduation process, where our advisors and stuff really didn't help much in terms of trying to find jobs and internships and stuff like that on the outside. But that's not necessarily their job anyway. They're just there to kind of guide you. And so on and so forth. I got my gig at the news station because I almost, when did I start? Back in 2007. So I graduated in 2005. So it took me 2 years, past my graduation to do something in my actual industry, which in this case would be the news station. So it took a long time. Why am I not in LA? I can't afford it. So that's why I'm still in Orlando. I like it here anyway. There's still, hope that someday I move out to LA. But for right now, I'm here. I like it here. I like what I do. And I still got some stuff in the pipeline. I've been, got my new camera, so I've been trying to work on getting a tiny short film shot here in the coming months. But I got to get past this little surgery thing first. But anyway, so that's it, guys. If you have any more questions about Full Sail or about what the process is or whatever, but the whole bottom line is that is it a good school? Yes. Does it have issues like any other school? It's got issues. It's got it's not the most foolproof thing, and it is very expensive. So, but because it is an accelerated program and because they have some of the best equipment. One of the other reasons why I decided to do it is because they did have some of the best equipment out there. It's good for that, and it's going to depend on what you put into your time at the school for what you get out of it. So, but anyway, guys, that's it. So, once again, I'll be if you follow my updates on Twitter and the whole Photopalooza stuff that I've been doing or whatever, those are going to be going on hiatus until I'm able to go back to the parks and walk. But anyway, guys, that's it, and I will talk to you later.